Hi boys and girls, it's Brian back again with another video for today. So we got a 2-for-1 going. This is the official entry video for the 48-hour group build coming up here pretty soon, hosted by Mr. MuttModeler. Craig, thank you so much for picking up the gauntlet on that. I remember when I was new to YouTube just last year, stumbling across that group build that Chip was hosting, Mr. Chevy Cheeseburger. And through that, I started learning about the different guys that are out there, and gals, excuse me, that are out there building, and getting into the chat group and watching what was going on and picking up tips. And I remember Chevy used to do a live feed for what he had going on. And I don't expect anybody to be doing that this time around, which is completely fine, because doing a live feed for as many hours as you can sit at the bench, it's probably maddening. But again, Craig, thank you again for picking up the gauntlet on doing this. I was wondering if that was going to happen this year, because I remember last year that was the first time I was exposed to that, and I thought, what a cool idea. So we're going to do the Gunze Sangyo Lancia Stratos Turbo. It's 1/24th scale kit, and this particular kit, I believe, as with a lot of the Gunze Sangyo kits, can be set up with an electric motor and battery pack, and can have working lights and positionable front wheels, so you can race it on the floor. I'm not sure if there was an actual racing circuit that they would have used in Japan. Kind of like the slot car circuits that we have here in the United States. I do know that slot car racing is a big deal in Japan still to today, but because it's the battery operated system and it has positionable front wheels, I'm thinking it's more of a toy than an actual little race car. But so I refer to it as a floor racer model. You put your decals on it, you'll slap it together and race your friends on the floor or something like that. And the box art is spectacular. I love the fact that they have the Lancia logo up there in gold. Just very, very nice. Pops off the box with the black background, and then we have some general details about the actual vehicle itself. And with the help of Google, we can translate some of that stuff into some stuff that we might know, unless of course you're of a country that already uses CMs and KPH. But let's see, so here's the side panel thumbnails. Gives us the idea that we can run lights on these, and I believe that is an option that can be purchased elsewhere at a later time. The body decals, very nicely done, looks pretty good. So yeah, it's a cute little guy. I'm really looking forward to getting this one done. I love Lancia Stratoses. I believe these cars were doing pretty well in the race car circuit back in the late 70s, early 80s, to the point where the people that were making Transformers actually used Lancia Stratos All'Italia livery for one of their cars called Wheeljack. So I was thinking about getting the All'Italia livery, but I'm not certain if anything that I can pick up for an affordable price would actually fit this particular kit. So we're just going to build it as it is, and then maybe sometime in the future spend some serious money and get that exact livery on a Tamiya kit or something like that. But what do we get in our box? Well, we get all of this. We'll take a closer look at that here. So our body is actually pretty thickly molded, and that's what makes me think that this is designed to be a floor racer, because maybe this would survive getting kicked by mom by accident if you're racing this in the kitchen and she was walking across the floor. So it's nicely molded. It's got good panel lines, some nice looking detail for the heat exhaust coming off the front radiators. These good looking louvers here. It's a little dirty, so we're hoping it'll clean up nicely in a bath. But panel lines, the mold lines, the parting lines, are negligible, very negligible. There's just a hint of one there, and on the opposite side there. So not a big deal at all. So that should clean up rather nicely. And we will be painting that because we don't, I don't like raw white plastic. The wheels are here, and then you'll notice that some are molded open and some are molded closed. And the ones that are molded closed actually have the molding of a disc brake in the background. So that's kind of cool. And then for the molded open ones, at the other end of the tree, we have actual rotors. Or possibly LP records, depending on what area this car was running. Nicely done steering wheels and racing seat. So maybe just some masking tape seat belts to help that out. Bulkheads and wings and dashboards. All kinds of fun stuff. Oh, check this out. The rear louvers are actually molded open. Very nicely done. Usually that would just be something that was molded closed. And then on our second tree of black plastic, get the chassis pan with the worst fire extinguisher I've ever seen. And a little bit of raised grain detail for the flooring, just probably to give some sort of appearance of something going on there. And then here's where our battery and our electric motor would have gone. But again, we're not doing that version. And then the front steerable front wheels are going to go up in there. Very, very basic rear end detail there. And then here is our decals and our glass. I've never seen this livery before. I think I've just said that, I'm not sure. But I've never seen this livery before, and I think this is specific for this particular model kit. But the glass looks amazing. Everything came in the bag when I got it off the eBay, so we were happy about that. And then our tires, we have slicks. And it's still in the bag here, and they're squishy still. They're not like dried out or anything. And they have a lightly raised Goodyear detail, so we may be able to run some acrylic paint over those and bring that out. And then we got some metal bits and stuff in here for the battery box and the hooking up the electric motor to the wheels. And some pins for the front wheels because those are going to be positionable. And some screws. So nothing really major with this kit. The directions are beautiful. They're basic, but they're beautiful. Very well done. And in English, as well as a couple other languages. So, that's what we got going on here. We're looking forward to this build. Thanks again, Craig, for doing this. We're going to start at 8 p.m. Local time, which will be, since we're Arizona, we're on West Coast time, and we'll probably be one of the last guys joining the group, and one of the last guys done. So when everybody else is done and sitting back with their feet up, I'll be still working. All right, boys and girls, take it all easy. Everybody have a fun time this coming weekend, and we'll talk to you again later. And remember, take care and keep at it. Bye now.